Hey everybody, welcome back to my book chat channel. So I know it's been a little while since I've been on here and I've done a review or anything, but things have just been really busy, and my art has just taken a little bit more of a recent focus as I've been pretty busy doing custom pieces and whatnot. So with that said, I'm coming to you with another book review, a most recent read. This is The Slayer by Kiersten White. So I'm going to briefly go through the synopsis and then I guess dive into my thoughts from there. So, into every generation a Slayer is born. Nina and her twin sister Artemis are far from normal. It's hard to be when you grow up at the Watchers Academy, which is a bit different from your average boarding school. Here, teens are trained as guides for Slayers, girls gifted with supernatural strength to fight the forces of darkness. But while Nina's mother is a prominent member of the Watchers Council, Nina has never embraced the violent Watcher lifestyle. Instead, she follows her instincts to heal, carving out a place for herself as the school medic. And naturally, a whole bunch of vehicles have to drive by that are really loud while you're in the middle of filming, right? Okay, anyway, continuing with the synopsis. Until the day Nina's life changes forever, thanks to Buffy, the famous and infamous Slayer that Nina's father died protecting. Nina is not only the newest chosen one, she's the last Slayer ever, period. As Nina hones her skills with her Watcher in training, Leo, there's plenty to keep her occupied. A monster fighting ring, a demon who eats happiness, a shadowy figure that keeps popping up in Nina's dreams. But it's not until bodies start turning up that Nina's new powers will truly be tested, because someone she loves might be next. One thing is clear, being chosen is easy, making choices are hard. So, a bit of a lengthy synopsis, but I think it really hits the main points of the story pretty nicely. So I shouldn't, or I should be able to give my opinions without revealing too much. For those of you who really geeked out over Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I have to say, or even watching Angel to a point, I think that this book would be completely up your alley. This really tapped into all the sensations and feelings I had while watching Buffy, and I will be honest and say that I have watched Buffy, let's just say, a few times all the way through from beginning to end. It's a series that I thoroughly enjoyed, and one that I actually may go back and rewatch after having read this book. I really enjoyed the book. While it's a story on its own and separate from Buffy, there was a lot of tie-ins to the original Buffy group. And they reference her and a few others quite often, actually. And not just Buffy and the group, but the other Watchers, and a lot of names that you would know from the series get mentioned, and a brief explanation as to what happened to them. So if you're going from the series to this book, it gives you a little bit of detail, but not a lot. Just enough to maybe solve some curiosity. But either way, I really enjoyed this book. I'm seeing popular theories it's a 3 out of stars, but honestly for me it's a 5 out of 5 stars for me, just because I really enjoy the concept of the story. I enjoy the sisterhood bonds that are created. I enjoy all the different other relationships that are created and put to the test. I think what I enjoy the most is the fact that there's a lot of similarities that get drawn between Nina and Buffy and the different experiences that they have to go through. And as Nina and her twin Artemis have a very jaded view, a negative view towards Buffy, and as things progress, they start to understand her a little bit more. Yeah, I'm not wanting to give too much away. So I didn't read this through the novel sense or the physical sense. I listened to this via audiobook, and I have to say that I really enjoyed that. I believe there is a second book to this one, which is already out, but there isn't an audiobook that I can get a hold of just yet, so I'm going to hold off and wait until I can get a hold of the audiobook, as that's sort of my preference when it comes to reading books more often than not lately. So, but no, it was a really enjoyable read for me. It really cast me back into the world of Buffy, and I'm really excited to see. But no, really excited to see where the story goes and how everything progresses. And I kind of hope this is a story that takes off. Who knows? Maybe we'll end up with another TV series out of it. You just never know. Like I said, total geek out on Buffy. I am 100% into that kind of story. So, yeah, no, anyway, that's sort of my thoughts and rundown of Buffy. See where my mind went? Of Slayer, the most recent story. I look forward to hearing your thoughts and opinions. I mean, have you heard of this book? Have you read it yet? What did you think of it? Feel free to leave your comments and down below, and I look forward to conversing with you over this particular story. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will check in again very soon. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Happy reading.